Monday, August 15th, 2022. I am James, you are you. We are here for what might possibly be the most important episode in At Home with James history. Now, I know that around these parts here on this ranch, we like to celebrate the happenings, whether it's a 10-week anniversary, 100 episodes, 200, 300, Christmas, Halloween, Canadian and American Thanksgiving. Heck, we've even done Valentine's Day. We just got done doing 10 episodes on Radio Shack. Well, folks, tonight is the night that people have been waiting for over a year. Why has it been a year? Well, it was 1 year ago when I said, you know what we should do around these parts? We should throw ourselves a country western night where we get decked out in denim and vests and cowboy hats and this and that and the other. And the day, God Almighty, is finally upon us. And it couldn't be a country western night without a country drawl all night long. How are you, partners? I am the sheriff of the evening. The name's James. And being on Twitch is the game. Now, here's the thing. I spent so much time teasing this episode that I think some of the people out there thought, James, he doesn't have the guts to do it. He doesn't have the chutzpah. Well, it's like my daddy always taught me. Don't tease me unless you're going to please me. And boy, do I intend on pleasing you tonight. So why don't you get on your horse, come along for the ride. It might be a bumpy one, but we got a lot of people saddling up next to us, including our first guest this evening. But most importantly, not only is he going to be a guest tonight, he's going to be a co-host, because this rodeo thing, this cowboy thing, this country western thing, this is new to me. So I needed to find an expert in the matter, and he has been here a couple times before. Can't have a country western night without a country western star. He is the son of the legendary Dusty Ray Jr. Folks, please welcome the one and the only. I'm sorry. This man makes me so emotional due to the life story that he's lived. It's the one and the only Dusty Ray Jr. Hey, Dusty Ray, how's it going, partner? I think tonight is apropos that you do call me Jimmy James. Now, Dusty Ray Jr., would you like to let people know why you've got such an emotional, sentimental, and heartfelt history on this little program here around these parts? All right, sounds like we got some technical difficulty. I mean, and it would make sense because Dusty Ray Jr., you're coming to us from a faraway land. You're out on your very own ranch.
Can you hear me now?
Well, now, Dusty Ray, I can hear you. Can they hear you?
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you, and apparently they can hear you too. Now, Dusty Ray, I hate to ask you to repeat such a sentimental story.
Yeah.
But as you were saying.
Well, my daddy, Dusty Ray Jr., came on your show and premiered one of his songs, and then sadly passed away of overdose on marijuana.
Yeah, he liked to smoke the wacky tobacco.
Sure.
And I said it at the time when you made your debut on the show. I wanted to send you my sympathies, and I do it again. Now, your daddy, Dusty Ray Jr., was the lead singer of a band known as the Trailer Park Blues, and he debuted a very popular song on this show.
Yeah, that's right. He debuted the song Food Looks Better on Another Man's Plate.
Now, I have to tell you something. From man to man, Jimmy Jam to Dusty Ray Jr. I was not a country music fan He came on,
What?
he played the song, and it turned me around. Ever
Oh,
since
okay.
then, I can't get enough of Kenny Chesney, Garth Brooks,
Sure.
Miranda Lambert.
Sure.
I don't even mind myself a little bit of Peggy Lee.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But
Dolly?
they all pale in comparison to Food Looks Better. Now, last time you were here, not only did you regale us with that heartfelt story, but you provided your version. What, are you getting a text there?
Yeah, my dearest wife is texting me.
Yeah, what's she saying?
She's saying I need to wash my shoes.
Oh, you've been dragging mud in the house.
I've been dragging mud in the house.
Well, let's hope it ain't no cow pies, my friend.
Oh, it's always cow pies around these parts.
So it ain't mud, it's cow pies.
Oh, it's butt mud.
Butt mud?
Yeah, mud from a butt.
Whose butts are coming out?
Bessie the cow.
Of course, the cow's named Bessie.
Yeah.
Now, we might feature some technical difficulties as the night unwinds. So, folks out there, if you see your visuals get a little disjointed, it's because something's going on our production call on our end. But don't fret, don't worry. Things will look better in time. Now, Dusty Ray, not only did your daddy...
Hold on. We got another person. Okay, 1 second.
Yep.
We're good.
Now, in addition to you co-hosting tonight's show, you're also the technical director of tonight's show as well. Isn't that right, Dusty?
That's right, and that is a huge mistake because me and technology do not get along. I don't even own a smartphone.
Well, what were you just using there?
What was I using?
Yeah, what did your wife text you on?
Oh, right. She texted me on my CB radio.
Oh, my mistake. Now, as I've been trying to say, Dusty Ray, you did a cover of your daddy's song.
I did. I did indeed. And, it also hit #1 on the country charts.
Well, as it should. Now, of course, we want for the people in the chat tonight on twitch.tv/athomewithjames to get involved. We've already had some comments coming in from the chat.
Hold on, things are askew.
Things are crazier than a dog riding a horse.
Oh my God! One time I saw a squirrel riding a deer.
One time I saw a pig riding a person.
Oh, one side I saw a person riding a pig. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, let's save that for the midnight show. And now, as we get some of the technical difficulties set up on our end, we're going to read some of the comments from the chat here. It's a real country-style chat. Now, this comes from our friend, the real Andrew Mackay. He writes, this is in regards to me, I imagine, Jimmy Jam McGee. He writes, "Holy Christ, he's dressed as Woody," which I suspect is a reference to the film Toy Story. He also goes on to say that James looks like Matthew McConaughey from the Dallas Buyers Club, but skinnier.
Skinnier?
And also coming in from the chat right now, this might be the comment of the entire run of the history of this show. This is from In Denial Crocodile. This person writes, "We got a racist-looking cowboy and a pedophile-looking cowboy." I'll let you guys decide which one's which. I don't know if I want either.
I don't approve of that kind of talk.
Well, neither do I. Now, as we were saying, Dusty Ray, you've got some big news in regards to your hit single, "Food Looks Better."
I do?
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I have in my production notes over here. Says that you have just digitally remastered your hit single, "Food Looks Better."
That's right. Well, I'm not much for technology, but I did, my management did digitally remaster. Now, I don't want to get in the way of my own plug, but I prefer vinyl and analog type sound, but kids these days, they're all into the MP3s and the JPEGs and the NFTs and such. So my management thought it would be wise to remaster "Food Looks Better" on another man's plate in Dolby surround sound.
And if I understand correctly, we're going to have the world premiere of the digitally remastered version of "Food Looks Better," your version, as you front the incredible country music group Trailer Park Blues.
That's right. Just give me a second. I got to... I'm sweating behind this tech board right now. This is a lot to take in for a country bumpkin like myself. So just give me a second.
It looks like a hot night out there. Now, where are you located tonight, Dusty Ray?
Me? I'm in Tennessee.
Now, where in Tennessee?
Where in Tennessee? I don't want to give my location. Have the FBI and the deep state up my butt.
Well, we don't want the FBI and the deep state up your butt. Now, are we ready to hear this too?
No, not yet. Give me a second.
Not yet. All right. Well, as we settle things out on our end, just a reminder that the one and only Dimitri Kyres is going to be here later tonight too. In addition, we're going to have ourselves a country panel featuring myself, Dusty Ray Jr., as well as our friends Alex Brown and Taylor McMillan. Now, isn't that sound exciting, Dusty Ray Jr.?
Woo-wee! Two Southern belles.
Well, now, easy now. We don't want your wife to find out about the way you're talking sweet on these ladies now, Dusty
Oh,
Ray
she's cool with it.
What do you mean she's cool with it?
I mean, we have an understanding.
Oh, you're saying that she's able to look at a couple cowboys herself?
Sometimes, sure. We got strict rules, and we check in with one another, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. One of the most country slogans you might be able to find.
It be what it be.
Yeah.
All right,
now,
I got the song, the digital one.
Folks, here it is, the world premiere of the digitally remastered Food Looks Better on Another Guy's Plate. Another man's plate.
Now we're going to get into the beginning of the song right now. And
I know. We've already beginning begun.
Hold up.
It's a candlelit dinner on a Saturday night. The setting romantic and the feeling just right. A nice Bordeaux and a Chateaubriand, but you find yourself eyeing up a leggy blonde.
Leggy blonde, James.
Why have a burger when you can have
I'm just giving you the sort of pop-up video version of it.
You're talking over the chorus.
Looks better on the other guy's plate. You want a skateboard when you got a V8. I play my music on a stolen guitar. It's a Telecaster with a whammy bar.
Now, we won't be able to, we can't hear how digitally remastered it is if you're singing over it. I just want to listen to the song,
Because he
man.
wasn't around. I went to see his sweetheart, see if she was alright. Soon I was turning out his bedroom light. Listen to me, baby, gonna give it to you straight. Food looks better on the other guy's plate. Food looks better on the other.
Now, you're not even singing in line with the song, man. I think you're not singing in line with the song.
Better.
All right, for the third consecutive appearance on the show from a member of the Dusty Ray Jr. family, we heard Food Looks Better, digitally remastered, and I have to say it was, again, tough to hear it because you kept talking over the song.
I wasn't talking over it. I was giving some flavor text to the song so you could appreciate it.
Well, this ain't VH1 Storytellers.
Well, I like that show.
What, you been drinking over there?
Of course I've been drinking.
Drinking what?
Been drinking my Adonis sparkling water.
Oh, you shop at Adonis? They got Adonis out there in Tennessee?
The Tennessee Adonis. They got great tzatziki.
I wouldn't have taken you for a person that enjoys a nice Greek dish.
I don't.
All right, so great, but you don't like it. Well, it's interesting, Dusty Ray, that you bring up Greek dishes because our next guest happens to be Greek.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you want to take a guess as to who it is?
Oh, why, it must be that outlaw, Dimitri.
Well, I was expecting you to have an incorrect guess, but that is correct. He is an outlaw. He is the one and the only.
Hold up. Wait a minute. We got to pause.
We got
technical out of whack for this next
we got
segment.
technical difficulties.
You got it.
Yeah.
One sec. How about some light conversation while I'm setting this thing up?
Well, I feel like everything has been light tonight, but I will say that things are always a little bit smoother when I got my buddy Dave on the board.
Well, Dave is a city boy. He probably works in computers. Is that true?
Well, it happens to be true. Yeah, he's a computer programmer.
Well, there you go. I ain't no computer programmer. I play music and I wrangle cattle.
Well, as we wait for things to get fixed,
all right, we're good. We can bring on. If he's no,
he's not ready to come on yet. Now,
okay.
I'm curious to know who were some of your musical inspirations as an aspiring country music star. Of course, your father must have been one.
Oh, my dad, my uncles,
and your uncles, of course, are.
My uncle. Well, my dad is Dusty Ray Jr. and my uncle is. I got Jimmy Ray is one of my uncles. I got Sugar Ray, and I got Stevie Ray.
All right.
Vaughn.
Now, I think we're ready for our first guest. You mentioned it before. He's an outlaw. So one more time, please welcome the one and the only, Mr. Dimitri Kyres. Dimitri, howdy, partner.
Yee-hoo, shit. Gorgeous to see you both there, Junior and Jamesy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, where are you coming to us tonight from, Dimitri?
Well, it's a place that you and I and everybody on this show both love, but for one night only, old Bill Geddes is turning into mud barns.
Mud barns?
Mud barn, and grill.
Mud barns here in Tennessee.
Shoot.
Okay, so you're at Mud Barns tonight.
Formerly known as Bill Geddes.
All right.
I thought you said Bill Gateses, and I got nervous about.
Oh yeah, now. Dusty ain't no computer guy.
Okay, good.
Now, what's going on tonight, Dimitri? I never likened you as another country enthusiast, but we're bringing out all the stops tonight. How you feeling?
Oh shoot, you'd be guessing wrong, old Jamesy. The Greeks love the country. Well, that's for dead certain. Mm-hmm. And I've been loving it ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Okay.
I'm here today basically to just, talk country, but I also have a special, listen, I didn't know about this, but were you all aware that there was a country music festival this past weekend in old Montreal?
Now I was aware of that, but wouldn't you know, when I tried to get tickets, they were all sold out.
Oh, shoot. Golly, shoot. Fucking shoot. And I was a little late to the party as well. I couldn't find any tickets because it was all sold out.
They wanted me to play at that music festival, but I refused to go because I'm not vaccinated.
Oh, goodness gracious. They're still on that?
Yep.
When will they wake up?
I don't know.
But let me tell you something about country music. Boy, oh boy, was it there. And everywhere else too. They brought it. 3 stages nonstop of country music. And I'm talking about stringing nylon, some real great tunes about a broken Chevy, and a crushed can of beer and everything in between. It was the best of country, and I was very privileged and honored to be there as a reporter for this show.
At gunpoint right now?
No, sir.
You're talking kind of funny over there.
Yeah. No, sir.
Wait, hold on. You got journalist credentials to get into Lasso?
That's right. I couldn't find a ticket as a civilian, but I did get me a press pass for At Home with James. So I can go there. I can cover some of the country music that I saw. And as an enthusiast, pick out through the big old barrel of old albums and bring to you some of my favorite findings from the Lasso Festival.
Now that sounds exciting. You can't have a country western night without country western music. Now we had some with Food Looks Better. I wonder what else we're going to find.
Ooh, better get your straps on because boy, they're going to get blown off.
Hold on now. Straps or chaps?
Say again?
Straps or chaps?
get your straps and chaps on because this music is going to blow your ass away.
Wait,
Giddy
what
up.
kind of straps?
First album that we got on the list here, James, I want you to pull it up right this second. And boy, golly gee, I sure was excited to find this one.
All right. Well,
It's up.
it's up now. Are we looking at right here at Prospector Blues?
Prospector Blues takes everything you knew and love about mountain rock with a nice southern twang that'll make you think, I sure could go on a walk with a Labrador and get lost in the forest.
Now, this looks like a poignant album. It doesn't look like it veers towards the fun. It looks like it veers towards the faith.
All about that good old-fashioned clean Christianity. And that's running rampant in this here track about finding gold and finding God.
Well, all right, let's go to the track listings here because I'm curious to know if anything whets my appetite. Because I'm a new enthusiast. I'm new to the country music game.
Why don't you read off a couple of them tunes right there? This is a great album.
I'd be more than happy to. Now, the album starts off with the track "Just a Thimble of Whiskey."
And this is a nice opening to the album. Let me tell you that. It's a rattlesnake. A rattlesnake appears right off the get-go. And who's to say that's not an instrument? Well, old Bucky Wagons says it is.
Well, they follow it up with "My Baby's Gun," Tractor Interlude, and then this one has caught my eye here. You said it was an album about faith. This one's called "Touch My Main Vein."
That's right. Touch my main vein. It's all about finding that main gold vein up in them hills and also finding, that main vein of Christ.
All right. Now, they followed up with this one. I'm not going to read this one. This is kind of foul language. It's F it, I'm done.
This is a real slap to the knee. Let me tell you what. Who says country music can't have a pair of nards on it?
All right. Well, moving on. We've also, in the name of nards, you've got Coal Nuts.
That's right.
And last but not least, Buck 52 Ohio.
That's right. This song was made famous in an old Western film that ended up not making it to theaters, unfortunately, due to COVID.
Okay, so COVID canceled the film.
And ultimately, Bucky Wagons' career, because this album, he put everything he had into it. That's 5 years worth of prospecting he put into singing into that old can and getting this cover art together and waiting for those doves and crows to fly by just right at the night's time.
Well, I will say this.
I hate it when people get canceled.
Yeah, what's your problem with it, Dusty?
Oh,
Shoot, holler.
Well, all right, well, let's move on to our next album.
Anyway.
What was that? Well, this is Bucky Wagons' Prospector Blues. And a heck of a find. This thing retails at $65.
Well, did you find that price on Discogs?
You better bet your bottom dollar I did. I found this one. This is a bargain, but I'm giving it over to the show.
All right, there you go, folks. Bet your bottom dollar on this one. Moving on to our next album. Now, this looks like some Quebecois country.
That is certain. Of course, we are in Quebec, Montreal, Canada. So, obviously, we're going to represent some country of the Francophone variety. And boy, did they come out swinging with this one.
Yeah, this album's called Mary Lou et les Boys du Dépanneur.
Oh, and let me tell you something. She found these boys at the Dépanneur. They were just out there playing some cards, and sure as hell, she goes into there, buy a quarter ounce of milk, and she asks them, hey, can you boys sing and dance, play some tunes, play some drums, play some guitar? And sure as heck, they didn't.
Well,
now
for
I
the people who don't,
quickly. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
What's a dépanneur? Maybe color me stupid or something.
No, I was just about to translate it for you because I know that we probably got some folks and some partners out there who don't speak too much Quebecois. This translates to Mary Lou and the boys from the corner store.
Ooh, wait.
You got corner stores where you're.
Hey, you got corner stores out there, Dusty?
Well, you know, we don't got too many corners, but we do have local convenience stores. We got ma and pa shops.
Mm-hmm.
We got gun.
Just one.
We got one gun in the center of town that everyone takes turns shooting.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, we got a pretty good town.
Let's go to the track listing on this album, Mary Lou and Les Boys du Dépanneur.
Let's take a look at a couple of these ones.
Well, you know I will. We start off with Bien donc, which means, oh, come on.
Oh, come on now.
And then we've got
Un
vrai madame, which, Dusty, that means a real woman.
I like those.
Now, Dusty, is she a real woman?
Oh, she's a real lady. She is,
No way.
she's
But you're denying that man's wife is a real woman?
No, I'm just saying, no way. I'm jealous.
Oh, you would be jealous when you gazed your eyes on her. She is, as the kids say, thick.
How would you spell that in the way that the kids do?
Well, I don't know much about spelling, but I'd probably start with a T. Then I do an
Thiq.
Thiq, yeah.
Thiq.
Now this one takes a bit of a turn too here, Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
This next track is called Syrup Sexuelle, which means sexual syrup.
Now, we're all adults here, are we not?
Absolutely.
Well, I'd like to think so, my friend.
You
Cross
see,
my
in
heart,
Quebec,
pray to die.
Pray to die.
pray to die.
Sometimes I do.
Well, all right then.
That's good. Well, listen, this one right here is all about that sexual syrup. And I don't gotta take you all the sex ed class, but she's talking about sexual juices, folks. And I don't mean to, be crude. Of course, this is, a family show, but
Is it?
now it's not.
Let's move on to the next track. This one's called Monsieur Patate et le Jardin Magique, which translates to Mr. Potato and the Magic Garden.
This is a kid's song, right?
You got the kid song.
Right,
the kid song is right after sexual syrup.
Yeah, so you get sexual syrup, which is a 14-minute sexual experience. Cosmic Voyage.
Wait, hold on a minute. That track is 14 minutes long.
14. Well, if you can tell, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs on this here album. So every song ranges from 10 to 22 minutes long.
That's too long for a record. Is it a double album?
It's a double. It's two disc. It's a 2-disc experience, double-sided.
5 songs.
And here's the best part: is two of the songs. You have to stop it. It stops halfway, and you got to flip the disc over to continue the song.
Is that how you guys do things up in Canada?
Listen,
Things are different in Quebec.
Hey, ain't for me.
Now, the album rounds out with Cigarette, donnez-moi mon cigarette, which translates to cigarette, give me back my cigarette.
And this is a classic tune. This is a nice throwback to the days of old in Quebec country, which is by the Laurentians and or Eastern Townships.
Now, I grew up in the Laurentians.
No shit.
You best believe it.
This is a hell of a throwback. She actually tells a heck of a story about this one. Sitting at the old VLT's machine, she goes to get herself a refresher. And when she gets back, wouldn't you believe it? Somebody sat down at her machine and has taken all her cigarettes and chain smoking them one by one.
And now that sounds like a country song.
You best believe it.
Now, Dusty Ray Jr., you like smoking cigarettes?
Absolutely.
What's your brand?
Me?
Yeah.
I like Du Maurier's.
Oh, so you smoke Canadian cigarettes?
I get them imported from Quebec.
Good for you.
All right. Well, we got one more bargain bin album here.
And let me just tell you something about this one. I was floored to the goddamn floorboards when I saw this one. Why? Because never in many of the years that I'd ever believed that I'd see
Spit it out.
this person sitting right on the cover of it. I was floored. I was shocked. And that's why I brought it in today. I would like you to see this one right here. Why don't you pull this one up? I think you got some splaining to do.
Apparently I do. This album is called James McGee Prairie Dog. This wagon needs fixin'. Now, I have to confess this is true. I do have a country music album. That's frankly why I wanted to do this show. This is kind of my coming out party. I'm here to admit that I have lived a second life, and they call me the prairie dog, the one and the only.
I had no idea. James, I would have asked you to be on a couple of my tracks.
You're saying I could have been part of the Trailer Park Blues?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, what do you think about this one? Let me lay this one on you here. We heard it earlier, but here's my rendition. Unedited, unfiltered. Why have a burger when you can have a steak?
Oh, this is
Food
the part where
looks
I like
bad.
to
Yeah,
sing.
don't talk over me singing.
What do you mean?
Let's go to some of the tracks on my one and only album, and I'm pretty concerned about what I'm about to read.
These tracks reinvent what I know as country. So why don't you read them off, you savant?
Savant? Who, my Rain Man?
Oh, you better bet your bottom dollar.
All right. Well, my album begins with "Coming in a Country Minute," and clearly you can tell that the word "coming" has been altered. Now that was a pressing typo. It was meant to read "coming."
You sure some of them lyrics in there real make it sound like you're a kind of a you get in and you get out type of lover?
Well, no. This I swear to you, this was a pressing typo. It meant. Now, to the discerning eye, it means that perhaps if I was engaged in some type of intimate activity, it might not last very long. But in actuality, the song is about if any of my friends need me, I'll be there fast.
So you weren't talking about seaman within 60 seconds?
Wasn't talking about syrup sexuelle.
Okay.
All right. Well, shoot. Who am I to argue with the creator? So you know. Well,
let's go to the next one. This one called Little Cutie's Cowboy Booty. Now, this one is as advertised.
And what's this one about?
Well, look, as you know, I've referred to myself on this show for about 2 years now as a little cutie. And I do have a life and a past history as a cowboy. Let's face it, I'm not a big man. I am not full of man meat. So, of course, it would stand to say that a little cutie does have a cowboy booty.
You know, that booty is a tush. It's pretty thick.
I'd say that's grade A beef.
You're saying I got grade A beef?
I'll tell you, I'd brand it if I could.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
don't burn me now. Let's go to the next track on this album. This one's called Denim Dreams Make Me Cream.
What's this one about?
Well, here's the thing, right? As everyone knows, I'm not one for wearing jeans, right? I don't wear a lot of denim. I wear corduroy and chinos like a true cowboy. And of course, when you're wearing denim, right, you get a little sweaty. So that's what I mean by denim dreams make me cream.
So
Now, see, I thought it was.
Yeah, basically sweat cream.
Yeah, okay.
When I perspire, it gets real creamy.
That's interesting. I never heard of that before.
Yeah, well.
But I could use some of that in my coffee.
You want some cream in your coffee?
Absolutely. I don't drink it dark.
Some denim dream cream?
Sure, I'll take some of that. Sure, 2%.
All right.
Y'all are making me hungry. You better move on to the next one.
Well, you better watch out. You might get yourself a mouthful. Let's move on to the next track here. Now, this one I can't repeat, right? This one's called Truck, and then the next word starts with F and rhymes with truck. Now, this one was another pressing error. It was supposed to read truck, comma, then the F word.
Suck.
No, I said it starts with F.
Oh, okay. A lot of people in my neighborhood like to go for a good truck suck.
What neighborhood do you live in again?
Tennessee. Undisclosed area.
Oh, that's the state, man.
Undisclosed area in Tennessee. I don't want the FBI at my tush.
Yeah, this one was a pressing error. It was supposed to be about a man who's mad at his truck because it's dying, and his truck breaks down. He goes, truck, fuh!
This is so cool. I feel like I'm interviewing, Beyonce or something like that.
Now, this next track is called F It, I'm Done, which is a cover of course, from Prospector Blues.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Bucky Wagons. I thought it was real cool how you covered one of his songs. I thought that was real.
Here's the thing. I didn't get permission, so I was sued, and that ultimately led to the end of my country music career.
Oh, boy. Well, I ain't going to mention that.
Now, we move on here to Help, I'm Getting Buck Nasty.
And this one's a particular favorite of mine because you.
Yeah, why is that? Yeah, why is that?
Well, I like how you use some pop beats to this one, and I like the short rapping segment in the middle of this country tune. It reinvents what I think is country in this one.
Well, I wanted to make it a little bit more upbeat and current, right? You have to try to reinvent yourself. So on my first album, I tried to reinvent myself.
Just like the Florida-Georgia line.
Yeah, exactly. We call them FGL.
Sure.
Now we move on to the. This was a ballad. This was called the Gas Station Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how you took it down low for this one.
Yeah.
I loved how you took it down low for this one. Would you be able to sing me one of the verses for this one?
Well, this one, it makes me a little bit misty.
So no?
No?
No, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. It just, I had to get into that headspace. You can't just ask Elvis to start, singing Blue Christmas and think he can just tap into it.
We can. He's dead.
But yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
You can't just ask Dusty Ray Jr. to sing "Food Looks Better on Another Man's Plate" without
playing the song so he can talk over it.
That's right. Yeah. Come on, quit stalling. We all want to hear that.
Well, I'll do a little bit. I'll do a little bit. Now go a little bit, something like this. Now this is where you'd hear some harmonica, and I'd say, "Ooh, I'm pumping my gas, and you're pumping my heart."
Oh, I thought it was going to be something else.
No, it's
quit talking over the music.
Yeah, you're talking over my song now.
Gas. You were pumping something around with gas. Never mind. Sorry, my bad.
This ain't Denim Cream Dreams.
Now I'm pumping my gas, and you're pumping my heart. You're gone far away, and now we're apart. My gas tank is full, but it sure ain't my heart. 'Cause I'm pumping my gas, and you're pumping my heart. I need a minute here.
Good God, who hurt you? Who the fuck hurt you? Jeez Louise.
Too many to name, my friend. Too many to name.
Nail this man to the cross. He's suffered enough.
Excuse me?
What's that?
He said, nail this man to the cross. He suffered enough.
Oh, that you're talking about my Lord.
Ours. Well, I am touched to my core, but my nougat core.
Your core's made of nougat, the delicious children's candy treat.
That's right.
Well, Dimitri, look, I want to thank you so much for being here. You've exposed me, but I am raw and I am tender. But look, sometimes in life we have to let our vulnerabilities come out. So I thank you for prompting me.
It's been an absolute pleasure, gentlemen and gentlemen. I love country music, and it was an absolute pleasure to talk about it with both of you. So, without further ado, I'm going to hit this dusty trail.
What was that? Well, hold on, Dusty Ray, you want to say something?
I was going to say, if you're ever in the Tennessee area, hit me up, and I'll let you stay at my ranch.
Absolutely. You think I can get in that gang behind you over there?
This gang? My uncles?
Yeah, those three folks in the background riding those beasts.
Absolutely. I'll loan you one of my horses.
No shit. God dang, you are the most nicest person I've ever met in my whole dang life.
Right back
in. Well, that's what this show's for. It's to make some cowboy connections. Dimitri, thanks so much for being here. Carry on, my wayward son.
Absolutely. Adios, my friends.
That was Dimitri Kyres, the outlaw. Now, Dusty Ray Jr., let me ask your expert opinion. What do you think about my country song, Gas Station Confession? You're pumping my gas, and you're pumping my heart.
I thought you could have found something that rhymes with gas. But other than that, I liked it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you ready for our next two guests? We're having ourselves a rodeo right now.
Am I ready? Not quite, but I will be in a minute.
Okay, but now as you get set up, I want you to be polite to these two sweet peas coming up, Dusty Ray.
I will be, I promise.
Well, I know you got a wandering eye, my friend.
I won't do anything my mama wouldn't do.
You wouldn't do anything your mama wouldn't do? I see you sporting that Flavor Saver.
Well, I got to save some of these flavors for later.
Well,
earlier today, I had some chili.
Oh, you had some chili and stuck on your Flavor Saver, my friend?
Absolutely. So when I need a little boost, a little pick-me-up, I just go...
Oh, God. I feel like I'm watching the Silence of the Lambs. Now, are we ready for our next two guests?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, fantastic. Folks, it's now time for our rodeo, which is a panel let's welcome our next two guests, friends of the show, longtime friends of the show, part of this world. We've got the one and the only Alex Brown and Taylor McMillan. Ladies, how are you doing this evening?
Ma'am.
Howdy. Hello.
Now, Alex, I feel like I've been put in a time machine and I'm seeing Peggy Lee at the Grand Ole Opry.
That's right. Straight from 1967.
Now, how you feeling tonight, darling?
Feeling real good. You know, I got my corn.
Oh, you got a husk of corn there?
I got a husk of corn.
Well, I sure hope it's as sweet as you.
Oh, good.
Now, would you mind taking a nibble of that corn for us?
Jeez, here we go. I gotta open it first here.
Now, I have to say, this is happening. This is the first ever live corn nibbling on the show.
Ooh.
James,
It's real
don't
good.
ever ask a lady
Sweet
eat
corn.
Well, all those country songs got me worked up.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, drink some more of your Adonis sparkling water. Taylor, let's go to you. How are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling fine. Thanks so much.
Now, I have to say, not to be outdone by Alex, you also look extravagant.
Thank you. Yes.
Let's take a look at this shirt here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, shake it.
Look at that glitter. You look like you're ready to go to a county fair.
Yeah, I actually bought it because I am going to a county fair at the end of the month.
Oh my goodness. Now, which county fair is this? Maybe Dusty Ray is performing.
Maybe he is. It's called the Interior Provincial Exhibition, and I bought tickets to the barn dance. And I'm
Oh my God.
Now, Dusty Ray, you performing at that festival?
That's in Canada. I'm not going to Canada anytime soon, but
And
maybe
why's
they'll
that?
play some of my music.
Why can't you go to Canada again?
I refuse to be vaccinated.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
All right, so let's jump into our first topic, right? Taylor, you're going to a barn dance. You ever been to a barn dance before?
Of course. Yeah.
Now, Alex, how about you?
You know, not quite a barn dance, but I had high school musical after party in a barn. So
Now were
I guess
people
it was a barn dance.
now were people dressed up all country like, or was it just casual wear? Someone wearing a Cereal Joe t-shirt?
You know, I'm from the country, so
I love Cereal Joe.
yeah, it's pretty much a default country vibe, you know, no matter where you go. But there's a little Cereal Joe everywhere, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
Now, after you.
I'll say there is always a little Cereal Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always
Now, Taylor, what are you most looking forward to at this barn dance? Is it doing some barn dancing?
Yeah, I'm really hoping to catch one of the guys from the rodeo and do some two-step.
Now, what goes into doing would it be a Texas two-step?
No.
Now, what's the difference between a two-step and a Texas two-step?
I don't think there is something.
Well, so the answer was yes.
Well, I don't think that Texas two-step exists, does it?
Yeah, what is that?
You tell me, James.
Check
Why not
into
Google it.
Yeah, why don't you Google it? Google's free, you know. Now, Alex, you mentioned you come from a country town. Would you like to remind our viewers where you come from?
I am from Truro, Nova Scotia.
All right, now tell us.
Colchester County.
Now, what are some of the country-esque qualities of Truro, Nova Scotia?
Well, you know, we did just have a country music festival in the downtown when I was home visiting my folks last weekend.
Did you go?
No, but I could hear it from my house. So, you know,
Okay.
close enough. You know, I just feel like we got a lot of country music stations. You know, there's a lot of people driving like pickup trucks and you know, smoking DeMaurier cigarettes, like our friend here.
A Canadian brand, of course.
A Canadian brand, of
Yep.
course. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real, you know, just a country vibe. A lot of country folk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, now, Taylor, growing up, were there any country music festivals that you enjoyed? Now, you grew up in small town British Columbia.
Yeah, that's right. There was a music festival in Merritt called the what was it now? Merritt Mountain Music Fest.
There you go.
All right. Now, Dusty Ray Jr., you got an update on if there's a difference between a two-step and a Texas two-step?
Well, I got this little blurb ski I can read.
Yeah, read the blurb ski.
The country western two-step, often called the Texas two-step, or simply the two-step, is a country western dance usually danced to country music in common time.
All right, so I was correct.
Yep.
You schooled me.
Congratulations.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Now,
You
earned that
danced
hat.
at Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Yeah, it's a music festival here in Tennessee.
All right, now do you,
Oh, wow.
Dusty Ray? You've been co-hosting tonight. You have any questions for these fine customers here tonight?
Well, sure. You know, right now, Jimmy James is, well, he's a lonely man at heart. And I'm wondering, what a lonely man can do to attract a lady. Let's go in that direction.
Yeah, that's the question you've asked. Where are your glasses? Oh, there they are.
Well, you know, having a big corn doesn't hurt, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt having a big corn.
A big
James, you have
piece
a
of
big
corn.
out there?
A big corn.
No, we don't have much of a cornfield out here.
Damn.
You gotta get harvesting your corn.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the autumn season is coming up, and that's usually when corn is in season.
You're right. Get out there.
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of creature you're looking to attract. I mean, I think we all
Creature.
know that.
My
That
Halloween
James-
is coming up.
I think we all know that James likes a more mature woman. Cougar, you might say.
Oh,
Some thin strips of meat, perhaps.
Yeah, you're saying
Hanging off your
we
belt?
got to find me a horse that's about to be put out to pasture.
yeah, on his way to the glue factory.
Yeah.
All right, so we've settled on I got to have a
Sad
big.
day in a horse's life, that walk
That's
to the
right.
glue factory.
Sad final day,
Trotting
I'd
off
say.
into the sunset.
Yeah, so we've decided I gotta get myself a big corn or a lady that's about to croak.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what, the barn dance, it's always the sort of like older, lamer ones that never get asked. They'd be easy pickings for you, James.
Well, I can't say that I've got tickets to the barn dance.
Oh,
Well,
they'd
that's
let
the
you
first
in, I'm
problem.
sure.
You gotta go where the ladies are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying I should go all the way out to British Columbia to go to a barn dance?
Oh, I'm sure we can find Le Grand barn dance in Quebec.
I like that it begins French and veers off in English.
Yeah,
Are
you
you
know.
a member of your local horseshoe club?
No, I am not a member of my local
Well,
horseshoe
maybe you
club.
want to walk on down to the local stable and sign up. They can.
Now,
they-
how did
Go.
this go from a conversation about country music and country culture to me finding a lady?
Why don't you just, it's the hat. The hat
What the heck? Well,
desperation.
it's country music night.
Oh, Woody.
What about?
Well, I was compared to the Toy Story character earlier. Yeah, Dusty Ray, what do you think?
about you compared to the Toy Story.
No,
character?
no, about if you have any tips for me, because clearly this is where the show has gone and I acquiesce.
Okay, well, I got a few pointers.
All
You know,
right.
I'm a married man, and before I was married, I was quite popular with the dames in Tennessee.
Now for
Of
the
course.
people who might not know what that means, what do you mean by popular?
Popular? Well, I was the apple of their eyes, James.
All right.
When I
Are you
let's
trying
just
to
say
say
when
your
I was
dance
two
card was
stepping,
full?
I had ladies stepping all over my feet.
Doesn't sound like you were much of a dancer.
What?
Doesn't sound like you were much of a dancer then.
Why? Why
They
is
were
that?
stepping on you.
They were stepping on me. I wasn't stepping on myself.
Now,
Oh,
Dusty Ray,
okay.
just calm down, man. Don't
Nobody
yell at a
judges my
lady.
dancing.
Don't you yell at a lady on the show.
Oh,
I'll
you're
whip my
right,
corn
you're
at
right.
you.
I'm sorry. My therapist says that I need to stop yelling at women.
That's a pretty good way to move forward.
Yeah.
Now, so what are your tips for me? All you started doing was talking about how you were popular with women.
Well, first tip would be go into social scenarios where you can meet a lady in sort of a casual setting. So if
Oh, you mean you mean
horse
you?
riding club? Or
Yeah.
a
Well, I
horse
don't know if there are any.
shoe launching club, something where you can take like a level 1 class and just kind of get into it that way.
I heard something about how you want to go somewhere, a lot. and you're going to run into the same people over and over again. So,
all right. So you start to create a rapport here.
Exactly. You see them, maybe Monday nights at the Wheel Club.
Sure. Now, I just have to say, I didn't ask for any of this, and I wasn't looking for any tips.
Not verbally, anyway.
Didn't you just ask for tips?
No,
You
I said,
asked.
yeah, you asked for tips for me.
It was me who asked?
Yeah, you asked our guests if they had tips for me on how to capture the eye of another.
Oh, okay. My bad. It's just you look so sad, James.
Oh, it's because I sang Gas Station Confessions.
Okay. Let me ask
James,
you,
it's okay.
Sorry, you go ahead, madam.
I was just going to say, thank you, kind cowboy stranger. Dusty, that's right.
Junior.
I'm a big fan of your father's.
Me too.
May he rest. James, I think, if you're content, just being a lonesome ranger, then look. That's all
not unlike the Canadian country show Lonesome Dove.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there were quite a few Canadian country shows. There's that Homeland, Neon Rider. There's a lot of Border Town.
Wait. Homeland is the one with Claire Danes where she's a spy. I think you're thinking of
Heartland.
Yeah, Heartland.
Yeah. Why are there so many Canadian country shows?
Well, that's because you got a lot of countrymen in Alberta.
We got a big country too. There's a lot of land.
Yeah, there's a lot of rig pigs in Alberta.
That's right.
Amen.
That's where my sister is.
Those are God's people.
Now, this is of course, a panel discussion. I wanted to get to know our guests, and we're going to bat around the horn here for country topics of discussion. Dusty, you began with how can James find a lady? Let's move over to you, Taylor. What type of discussion would you like to put on the talking floor here tonight? Country Western night.
Woo-wee.
Country Western night. I think we should debate the merits of which one of the rodeo categories is the best.
Now, I have to be honest. I'm not
terribly familiar. Need to go over those.
Okay. So first we have the ladies group horse dance.
Okay.
So all the women, there's maybe like 20 of them, are all on their horses, and they have glitters all over the flanks of the horses, and then they do a synchronized dance with the horses.
Now, are they lovely ladies?
Some of them.
All right.
Okay. Then the other event that we have is the calf roping. So that's when you let the calf run out of the little paddock, and then
that one makes me feel a little bad. That would be at the bottom of my list.
Okay. Yeah. So he gets him in his rope, and then he flips him on his side, and he ties up his legs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've seen that.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then we have, I'm going in order of they usually do it at the rodeo, and then they have the men's bareback horse riding.
Bareback.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when they try to get bucked off the horse.
No, you making a little joke there, James.
I know it was a question.
Barebacks.
I saw something about James liking bareback in the bathroom. I don't know.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Then the next. Then the next event is the ladies.
James
barrel
fell asleep.
race. Oh no.
We lost
James is
him.
asleep.
James, are you okay?
Is that a real hat?
He fell asleep.
No, it's a fake hat. It's a Zoom filter.
Oh, it is?
No, it's a real hat.
Oh, it's a real hat. It looks like CGI'd.
Well,
as you were saying.
It's probably
Sorry.
why it looks like Woody so much.
That's it. All right, so then it was calf roping?
Calf roping, then we have the women's barrel racing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That is.
And then we have the bull riding.
Wow. These belt buckles are nice.
I'd like to watch Yeah, well, it's which are your favorite?
Ranking them.
Right.
I've never seen any of them. I think I'd like to see the ladies dancing. Looks like more of a
what's
production.
that one called?
I don't know actually what it's called. It's just usually it starts off the show. It's like a synchronized horse dance.
It feels like more of a performance and less of a hillbilly competition.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty Ray, how about you?
Which ones do I like the most?
Which one? Yeah, which ones are you into?
Well, I like the barrel one. That one's pretty cool.
Now, you like the rodeo clowns?
Rodeo clowns, sometimes I have nightmares where there's clowns in them, so those kind of freak me out sometimes.
Mm.
But, there's nothing like the vibe of a rodeo. You go there, people are having a good time, people are partying. It's like Woodstock 99. And,
Yeah. How much like Woodstock 99 is it? Is Fred Durst there?
Sometimes.
Is Kid Rock there? Is he singing because I
I
want to
got a
be
horse
a
called
cowboy?
Fred Durst, and he does it all for the cookie.
You know what though? You know what is wild is you're not far off because carnies love Fred Durst.
Yeah.
And
Believe
they
it.
love any kind of new metal. So often the carnies will play that at
Oh
the
yeah,
ride.
I got a sheep wrangler that works on my farm sometimes, and he's always listening to ICP.
I was
I
gonna say
wouldn't call
Insane Clown
ICP is a
Posse.
rap group.
What
Well,
ICP is rap.
is it?
Yep.
it's,
Oh well,
Yeah.
new metal, rap. It's all the same for a guy like me.
Now,
I
Alex,
just realized something. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think that James, you would be an excellent rodeo clown.
yeah, in that outfit.
yeah, I was starting to get worried someone was going to bring that up.
I just because I don't know if you've ever been to a rodeo, but
Nope.
like the clown. Listen, the clown is really important because not only does he keep the crowd entertained as they're setting up all the events, because he's bantering back and forth with the lead announcer, but he also distracts. Like when the cowboy gets kicked off of a cow or a horse, usually they'll charge them, and so the rodeo clown has to distract the animals so that they don't attack the cowboy.
Yeah, the rodeo clown is the fall guy for the important people.
Which is exactly what you do at wrestling, no?
And you can wear the same outfit too.
Now,
Yeah,
Alex,
we love
let's
that.
let's go to you here. Which one of these events would you like to see the most?
Well, you know, as cruel as it is, I think I'd be interested in the calf roping.
Now, why is that, darling?
Well, you know, it's not something you really see every day, you know. And I love little baby animals. And I'd be, you know, rooting for the calf. Like, you know, I think it'd be exciting. You know,
All right, okay.
as long
So
as the calf doesn't get too hurt, you know.
so far we've discussed rodeos. Which events do you want to see the most? How I can pick up chicks. Alex, before we round out this episode, what type of country western discussion topic do you want to bring to the forefront?
You know, I was just thinking about when I was looking on Google, I saw
It's free, you know.
It's free, yeah, it is free.
Well, it's not really free. They collect your data.
Yeah, and you have to pay for the internet.
As long as they're not taking my corn, I'm okay.
And your tax money is used
And I'll
to build the
tell you this much,
infrastructure.
fellas, if I could provide any type of insight at all, don't ever take corn from a lady.
Don't you take my corn. You know, I think I'd like to discuss the type of food that one would eat at a country fair.
A country fair, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Dusty, let's start with you.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Why, I'd say bacon and beans.
Bacon and beans,
Ooh.
not beans and wieners.
Nope.
All right.
Bacon and beans. You make your beans. You put little chunks of bacon in there. Put it in a hot dog bun.
Is that what you eat out on the range?
No, you don't. That's too sloppy for the range.
Oh, okay. You got to get something a
These
little
are
more.
sloppy Josephines. You got your
Sloppy
baked beans,
Josephines.
your little nuggies of bacon. It's like a explosion in your mouth. A little crystallized bacon.
Ooh.
Put it in a hot dog bun.
Put it in a hot dog bun.
Yeah.
Is there a hot dog as well? Or
No, there's no hot dog as well. You run out of space.
you're just putting beans and bacon into a bun?
Are you insulting my culture?
No, I'm just trying to understand.
Dusty, take it easy.
Why,
Don't
I-
talk like that to a
Hey,
lady.
hey, hey.
Remember
Quiet
what your
down there,
therapist said.
Dusty.
Oh, you're right. My therapist said never to hit a lady.
Don't you hit a lady, especially when she's got a big piece of corn.
Okay, so you like bacon and beans.
That's right.
In a hot dog bun.
Miss Brown, I apologize.
No offense taken.
Now, coming in from the chat, we've also got a taffy pull, a gigantic turkey leg, and pie.
Oh.
Now, Taylor, let's
And
go to you.
Plum Pond had a friend who had a horse called Cum Bucket.
All right, and I skipped over that one on purpose. Taylor, let's go to you. Food you like to eat at the rodeo or the county fair?
Ooh, I like pigs in a blanket. Those are good. Or a beaver tail, or funnel cake.
Funnel
Basically
cake.
anything that's beige and deep fried. That's what you
Funnel
want to
cake.
eat there.
Love a funnel
You
cake.
like funnel cake, Dusty?
Oh, hell yeah.
I like when you get the when I go to the exhibition.
Hold on a minute, Alex. I want to ask a favor of you.
Oh, sure.
Give us your answer with a country accent.
Well, hot dog.
We have a wiener.
I reckon, when I go to the country fair, I had my way up to the corn stand, and it's the Kiwanis, those guys, and they got the little hats on and the little cars and the parade.
Wait. Do you mean the Shriners?
That's right. But we
The
call it
Shriners.
Like a kids club.
no, not where I come from.
Yeah, explain yourself, woman.
Yeah.
The Kiwanis Club. The Kiwanis Club is affiliated to the Shriners. Anyway, it's one of them, their clubs, and they're handing out corn, and they put it in a little cup for you, and you dip it in butter. I think they paint the butter on, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's real nice because it's just real juicy and buttery. And, that's all I got to say there. But
Now, that sounds like that really appeared to you, Dusty.
I like a juicy
I
butter
think you liked it.
corn. I'll tell you what. I was real mad there for a second, but then you turned it around at the end of that one, Miss Brown.
Yeah. You started making noises.
What'd you get mad about there,
I got
sweetheart?
all hot under my collar.
Hey, don't get
what's
too
the
hot.
job?
You're gonna be sweating cream.
Well, I've never sweat cream before, but I might start after today.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Take
coming in from the
hormones.
chat, we've also got some other favorites. We've got Aunt B's rhubarb jambalaya, which I think might be fake, and then we've also got prairie oysters.
Now, what are those
What's
prairie
that?
oysters?
Prairie oysters. What's that? Like a prairie dog?
Now, Taylor, would you like to take
Prairie
this one?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
it's
all
a
listen to
certain-
Taylor tell us what prairie oysters.
Yeah, and I'd like for you to say it in a country drawl.
All right, well, it's when you take a certain part of a male cow,
Come on, woman.
you detach it from the cow, and then you deep fry it in a nice beer batter.
Talking about
Yeah.
lug nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm not as country as I thought.
I've had those before. Those are tasty. They melt
Yeah,
in your
what-
mouth.
What would you compare them to? What flavor?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know. I guess cow balls kind of taste like chicken.
What about regular oysters? Anything?
I've never had an oyster before.
Well, gee, you got to come on down to Nova Scotia.
Well,
I'm not coming to Canada.
yeah.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Why
That's
is that
right.
Dusty Ray Jr. Jr.?
I ain't getting that darn vaccine.
Darn.
Are you one of them freedom riders?
Riders?
For freedom riders?
Oh, yeah. Are you a freedom rider?
Let's just say I take freedom pretty seriously where I'm from.
So you're not
Uh-oh.
eating French fries, you're eating freedom fries.
How do you feel about the Second Amendment there, Dusty?
I'm a proud proponent of it.
Well, despite the fact the city's only got one communal gun.
Yeah. But everyone's got access to it, even the kids.
Is it like a library gun? You check it out?
Well, there is a gun librarian who is responsible for checking it in and out, and
Now,
Yeah.
I would like it more as a video store where you go in and there's kind of that plastic clip that's Velcroed onto the gun, kind of like an old VHS cassette.
You got to
that's a
pay
good
late
industrious
fee.
idea. I'll suggest that to them.
Well,
That's a
this
great
feels
idea.
like a good place to end tonight's country western show, the episode that we have been teasing and teasing and teasing, and we hope that tonight has been pleasing and pleasing and pleasing. Alex and Taylor, thanks so much for being here. Any final words for our viewers tonight?
I just really want you to think about becoming a rodeo clown.
And I want you to find a big piece of corn.
Dusty, anything you want me to do?
I want you to be yourself.
Oh,
Well, that was very nice of you to say. Folks, that is our show tonight. I want to thank Dimitri Kyres for being here, as well as Alex Brown, Dusty Ray Jr., and Taylor McMillan. We will be back a week from tonight at Home with James right here on Twitch. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.